My name is Worth Gregory. I wanted to thank you for checking out this video and checking out my channel. So, a little bit of background around me. So, I was a Division I special teams coach out at Utah State and then at NC State here in North Carolina. So, have that in my background. I also punted right out of high school, went to Alabama, transferred to East Carolina University, bounced around some NFL teams and was able to really chase after my dreams. So I'm here to help you guys out as much as possible through the recruiting process, because I know what it takes to get recruited, and most of all, I've been there before. I know it's a great process, and some of you guys are confused whether it's a parent or a kid or someone you know is going through this process and is dealing through the ups and downs and the way that it all works. So anything you guys need, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below if you guys want to see any other videos or what you guys think will help you guys out. Thank you. The number one thing you can really do to help boost your recruitment on Twitter is to make your Twitter presentable. I know it sounds pretty obvious, but we got to use our real name, guys. So when you make all state, you make all conference, all division, your name's going to show up in a lot of articles, which is great. College coaches are going to hear about you. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go to Twitter and they're going to search your name to try to find a way to contact you. And if your name doesn't show up, a lot of coaches are going to move on right there because they're not going to be able to find a way to reach out to you. So use your real name and your @ and your real name right in the top. The next thing I'm going to cover is your Twitter bio, which is very important because right after they find your name, they're going to go right to your bio, and that's going to be kind of the landing page of everything about you. The first thing that you want to list right below that is your age. Not whether or not you're 18, 17, 16, but the year that you graduate. Whether you're 2021, 2022, 2023, whatever year you graduate, and then if you're a JUCO guy, put the time you graduate, whether it's December, May, January, whatever time you graduate, make sure you include that so they know if you're a mid-year guy as well. After you do that, the things that are going to get really important here is you're going to put your GPA, your SAT, and your ACT. So you're going to put your GPA, and then you're going to put whether you do the ACT or the SAT better. Whichever one you have a better score on is the one that you're going to want to post on your profile. After that is where we get down to all the football stuff. So you want to have your height and your weight. Very important, and the biggest thing about that is make sure you don't lie. If you're 6'1", put 6'1", but if you're 5'10", 5'11", do not put 6'1", 6'2", because when they bring you in, whether it's for a junior day or official visit, and you don't match up to the requirements, they're either going to drop you because you're lying, or they're going to drop you because you don't fit into the position that they're needing, especially if you're a guy like a cornerback. If you're a corner and you're 5'10", 5'9", you got to put that. Don't put that you're 6'1", 6'2", because that's a very misleading concept for them. After you put that, make sure we have our high school and we have our location listed. Those are very important, especially because if they're looking for in-state guys, whether or not you fit the mold for them. So the name of your high school and the location of your high school right beside it. And then best thing about Twitter is they make it really easy for this, is you're going to put your huddle link right in the link bar. So when you click edit profile on the top, there's going to be a little thing that says add link. You're going to add your link to your huddle right there. And then that'll make it really easy for them just to click right through to your huddle to be able to watch your film. And then the last thing I want to say in this step that's really important is having a picture in your uniform. I know this sounds pretty obvious, but whenever coaches go to a profile, it's kind of hard to see if you even play football, if you're the right John Smith, based off your picture. So if you have a picture in your profile of you in uniform playing, that'll really help you out and boost your recruitment. The number two thing you can really do is follow relevant pages. And the big thing for that is being able to follow every single coach. So even if you want to play D1, follow D1 to D3 to NAI, every single coach in the nation, because you'd rather be turning down coaches than going after and looking for them. So really, follow every single coach that you can find, and then follow them. Like some of their content, get them to follow you back, because that's really the main goal. So when you go to big-time schools, whether it's ACC, SEC, Big 12, any of it, go to their main page. They're even going to list their Twitter, and they're going to make it very easy to follow you. They want to market themselves as much as possible, and so all of them are going to keep their Twitter accounts very easy to find. And so when you do that, follow them, like some of their content, get them to follow you back, and that's really the number two step. So you made your Twitter presentable, you're following the right people, and now step 3 is really to tweet the right things. So the number one thing that I tell people in this process is to tweet like the head football coach at Alabama is following you. So you may not even have a single Division I coach following you back, but you need to tweet like Nick Saban's following you. So on your Twitter profile, you want to pin a little video. So what happens is they're going to go right down your bio, and they're going to go to your pinned tweet. So your pinned tweet needs to be a little video of your splash plays. So whether it's 4, 5, 6, whether depends on how many big time splash plays you have. You want it to be a little bit less than 30 seconds. So something they can click on and just see a bunch of your big time plays. So if you're a wide receiver having a touchdown out the gate, having your big time touchdowns right there. If you're a kicker or punter, like I talk to my guys, so you want to have a long field goal, you want to have a big time punt, and you want to have a kickoff that goes out the back of the end zone. And this is one of the more important things. It's making sure that you're retweeting and you're liking the right things. I cannot tell you the amount of stories of guys that were dropped because of a like that they had on Twitter or a retweet of them smoking a bong or something on Twitter. Stay away from this on Twitter. I cannot say that enough. Be smart about what you retweet and you like and what you put on your profile, because it's going to constantly show up, and that is your business profile. You got to view this as your business. This is you. Show your best self so that you can be able to push out your content. And then after that, the thing that I would aim to do is really try to push out a video once a week of what you can really bring to the table. So if it's a wide receiver, you want to show some skill work you do in drills once a week, some footwork stuff. If it's a lineman, showing you lifting some weights, whether it's big time bench press or squat, being able to add that in. If it's a kicker, put some videos of you hitting some deep field goals. Like once a week, put something on there so that you can constantly push out content so they can see you in their feed, so that when it comes time to send them a DM of your highlight video, that they'll quickly respond and be able to get back to you. So you have your Twitter, it's presentable, it's ready to set up. You're following a bunch of accounts. You got your picture of you in a uniform on the profile. You've got a decent amount of tweets on your feed. Some videos of you absolutely crushing it on the field. So now it becomes step number 4, which is the biggest one, and that is DMing every single coach in the world. So when I tell you every coach in the world, I mean every single one. 20 plus a day. Now a lot of guys will give up 3-4 days in, but really staying true to the process is what's going to get you recruited. So some guys they'll spend the first day, they're like, all right, I did it. I messaged 40 coaches, and like now it's time for me to get recruited. And the next day they're going to send 0. So what if you were that guy that sent 20 every single day for an entire year? The next thing I'm going to really cover in step 4 is how to DM. So you already have that pinned tweet on your profile of the 30 seconds of your greatest clips. You have a little bit of your accolades in there, where it's all conference, all state. And what you're going to do is when you DM, you're going to link that tweet. And the reason I like doing that over DMing in general, or DMing your huddle in general, is because you're going to be able to see the analytics of that tweet, and you're going to be able to see how many people are clicking through to it and how many people are viewing that tweet in general. So you'll be able to see if it's working. So you're going to pin that tweet, and you're going to put that right into the DM of a coach. So you're going to put that, and then you're going to put a little message. And the key to it is you're going to put the message not too long and not too short. So if it ever gets to the point where you have to scroll up and down, then it's too long of a message, guys. It wants to be a little small message, 5-6 lines. And the way that I think the best way to do it is really bullet pointing. Put your name, tell them that you're interested in the school, and the words that you need to be putting in there is that you are looking for an opportunity. You're not begging for a scholarship, you're not asking for a preferred walk-on, you're not begging for a tryout. You're looking for an opportunity to play at that school. You're going to list your school, you're going to list the school that you're at, you're going to list your grades, you're going to list 1 or 2 specific stats from the year. 26 touchdowns, 3,000 passing yards, 1 or 2 stats that kind of show why you've been successful at the level you're at. You're going to include that inside the message. So you put a little bit of bullet points and then do that. So you really want to message this to the group of coaches constantly. But whenever you look at the messages, if they haven't responded to you, move on and wait. Maybe message them back in a couple months with some more highlights and some more video. But do not message a coach once a week or every single day. They're going to get annoyed from you, and they're either going to block you or they're going to stop even looking at your messages. So really, don't try to bug them way too much. You really want to do it every once in a while for the coaches that follow you back. And I know there's some coaches or some accounts in general that make it so it's hard to message them unless you follow them back. So what you want to do is all the ones that follow you back, start with them. And if a coach doesn't follow you back, try to unfollow them in about a month and unfollow him in about a month and refollow him. Maybe you'll pop up back into his feed so that so you can see him, because maybe he's getting 30-40 followers in one day. So the other thing though is you got to be persistent, because there's going to be 40 or 50 guys that are going right into their DMs every single day. How are you going to stand out? And the way you're going to stand out is you're going to message every single coach in the world. There's some kids that are like, yo, I'm SOC or bust. Like, I'm Division I, no question. And they're only going to message the Division I coaches. So a huge market, all the FCS, Division 2, 3, NAI, some amazing schools academically and athletically that you still need to go after. So I would go after every single one. And the guy that has the 3 or 4 FCS schools is sometimes the guys that get noticed by the Division 1s the quickest. So you really want to message every single one so that you don't shoot yourself in the foot going after only Division 1. Hey, thank you for checking out my video. Hit the subscribe button below. Leave a comment if you think this was helpful for you. Leave me a thumbs up, something like that. Really let me know in the comments or send me an email what you want to see next, whether it's a video of helping out, what to put on your huddle, how to set up a video. I'm going to try to create some content once a week, whether it's on my Twitter or right here on my YouTube, to kind of show you guys and help you guys out through the process, because I've been there before. I've been through this process. It can be kind of gray and be kind of difficult. So anything that anyone needs, whether it's parents, whether it's recruits, if you guys have any questions, just drop them below.